My name is Jimmy Mandima, and I work for the African Wildlife Foundation as a conservation scientist. My designation officially is the director for the Zambezi Heartland. Our activities in the field are really dictated by the key components of our mission, which is to work with the local people in Africa to conserve the wildlife and wildlands of Africa to endure forever, and in the process also benefit the local communities.
My name is Bessie Mwezi, and I work for African Wildlife Foundation, Zambezi Heartland. Our heartland covers the 3 countries, which is Zimbabwe, Zambia and Mozambique.
In Zambezi Heartland, we are working across 4 strategic areas. The first one being land and habitat conservation, and that is where most of our work in the national parks falls under. Then the second priority intervention deals with species research, where we believe that it is critical to understand the basic science that dictates the viability of populations. We have started on studying elephants, which in this landscape is really the driver of most ecological processes.
Conservation Lower Zambezi. We're a local NGO. We call it CLZs. Our main sort of activity, our main objective is ultimately to try and stop the poaching in the area. Poaching at the moment is at the highest it's been for probably about 10 years. Between 2000 and 2006, Lower Zambezi National Park was losing on average about 13 elephants a year to poaching. But sadly in the last 2 years we've seen a doubling in the elephant poaching. Last year's figures reached 26. This year we're already on 25 so far. And we've also seen a big shift from meat poaching to strictly ivory poaching. After sort of a number of years of supporting the government with direct anti-poaching on the ground, sort of CLZ realized that the anti-poaching was an immediate, a short-term solution to the problem. And from that looked at diversifying out into environmental education for the local communities. With other sort of conservation organizations coming into the area wanting to carry out, whether it be rural development activities or environmental sort of assessments, development of park management plans, aerial surveys. CLZ's always had facilities available that were always on offer to organizations like AWF.
Today we are in Zambia, where we are launching our first enterprise as a heartland. This enterprise is Chiawa Cultural Village, preserving the culture and conserving wildlife. The whole idea is to allow the community to understand that as much as we are saying they should conserve wildlife, they can also preserve the culture.
It's an honor today for AWF to witness the fruition of the hard work that we and the community have so proudly enjoyed doing with guidance from the traditional leadership and from the government of Zambia. The African Wildlife Foundation first came to Chiawa in 2002 with a focused mission to conserve the natural and cultural resources and the unique heritage of the area.
The essence of this to us is it means for the first time the communities can directly participate in tourism through ownership of their own business. And secondly, the communities can derive direct benefits from the tourism, which is globally marketed and brings lots of money, but a lot of that has not been able to trickle down.
In the village there is there is a museum where you will see all the artifacts that were used by the community from way back. And then you will also be able to see some of the building structures which were used in the traditional period. And you will also be able to see the actual village life in action. Like you will see some women pounding and some doing all sorts of chores. And the tourists to the village are also able to participate in those. And then from there, they also pass through a curio shop where some artifacts made by the local community are available for sale. And here we are encouraging the community to produce some goods which can be sold for a commission so that they can get some income, and also the tourists can get some mementos which they can take back to their home areas.
African Wildlife Foundation, AWF, is working together with the people of Africa to improve and to preserve the livelihoods and the conservation of wildlife in Africa. And that's the secret, working together with the people of Africa. So basically it's empowering the African people to take care of their own natural resources, and that makes a difference.